we're gonna make the easiest ever waistbands. I'm so excited to show you guys this hack I figured out this week. Real quick before we start, please like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and if you like this, share it with all your friends. Let's go! So all I need, a roll of duct tape, a pair of scissors, and a big piece of paper. You can tape a couple smaller pieces together, it doesn't matter. I don't need that for here. But I've been racking my brain all week, really for like 2 months now, not all week, like 2 months, trying to figure out an easier way to get a waistband pattern. I don't know if you've ever tried to draft a waistband, but it's a pain in the butt because it's like a weird curve and there's not a great way of measuring it. Maybe there is and somebody can tell me. But for people who are trying to get into pattern making and find easier ways to do things, this is your lucky day. I think it's my lucky day because it's so easy. All right, so take some duct tape, wear some stretchy pants. So I've got my yoga pants on. I wouldn't wear like blue jeans, you could, but they're kind of thick, so your waistband's gonna end up a little bit too big for you, but you could just use that as your, add that into your seam allowance or something, obviously. So if you wanna use jeans, that's perfectly fine too. But I'm just wearing my stretchy pants. And then I'm gonna take my duct tape and I'm gonna cut a piece that's bigger than the front half of my high hips, low waist, wherever you want your waistband to sit. And that's the fun thing about this too. Because they're so fast to make, you can make a high waist waistband for like high waist pants, high waist skirt, whatever, shorts. You can make a lower waistband for pants and things. You could stack a couple pieces of duct tape and make like a really wide waistband for high waist jeans or something. But I'm just gonna start with a basic waistband. So all I'm gonna do, I don't wanna get this into my shirt, maybe I'll tuck it in just a little bit. There we go, just so I don't get the tape stuck on my shirt. Okay, so wherever you want your waistband to be, it doesn't matter. Starting on one side of your body, take the tape and hold it parallel to your body. I have a mirror off to the side here, so I'm gonna do mine kind of in the mirror. All right, so perpendicular. This needs to be at a right angle, 90 degrees right here. See, and this is gonna curve down as it comes down your back. That doesn't need to be at 90 degrees, okay? It's this here, so that you're taping it on straight. And then, keeping it straight and at the same level on your body, take it across your body, still 90-degree angle, and on the other side, still 90-degree angle, tape it down. And what happens, I hope you can see this, the bottom is really nice and tight to me, but the top part of this, there's actually gaps here. I don't know how easy that is to see, hopefully you can see that, but there's gaps. And what you're gonna do at this point, straight in the middle of your body, sorry, I'm trying to watch myself in the mirror too, I'm gonna stick the top part to me. And then where these gaps on the side here are, with my hand at the center where I stuck it to me, and the side where it stuck to me, I'm just gonna smooth my hands. I hope you can see this. I'm gonna smooth my hands, and it actually creates like a pucker there. And all we're doing is creating a dart. And I'm sticking it together. And because it's duct tape, it sticks to itself. So now I have a dart there. And now if you look, now the top is all nice and stuck to me. Okay, and the front ones are usually very subtle darts. If you wanted, you could stop here, cut off the half, like at your center and at your exact side seam. You could stop there if you wanted to, and that would be totally fine. Just like copy it onto the other side, use it as like a cut on the fold, or fold it over and make a full pattern. Or you can continue to the other side as well. Again, put your hand on one side and at the center, and you might have to pull the tape up a little because it will stick to your clothes, obviously. And again, just bring your hands together, try to keep them at the same spot, and just stick it together, and it forms a little dart. This is like the greatest thing I've ever thought of. I'm so excited about this. Okay, so once that's on you, we will go ahead and put this on the paper now. So I'm going to change. So one last thing I forgot to mention, you do need to cut these sides. So find where you want the side of your waistband to be, just the center of you. It obviously helps if your pants have a seam. Mine do not for some reason, they're back here. So I'm going to have to kind of eyeball this. So right here, and just cut straight down your body, straight down. And I'm actually, when I pull that up, I'm going to put a piece of tape there so that I know where that ends. So I know where to cut my back. Yeah. Well, those are stuck together. I'll figure that out in a second. This is easier. I have a different pair of pants that have a seam down the side, which makes it a lot easier because then you can use that as your guide. And then you want to do it on the other side as well. So right, center, straight down. Ta-da. Okay. So now we're going to put this on our paper. So just starting at one side, slowly peel it off. I like to pinch that little dart I made while I peel it off. And then pinch it together just a little bit so it doesn't come undone. Whew, it's hurting my knees being on this floor. And then again, pinch that dart while I pull this off. Okay, and then really carefully, I'm going to start at the middle and put it on my paper. And I'm just going to smooth it out. Making sure to keep my little dart there. And then I'm just going to slowly kind of roll it out. Ta-da! This is so cool. Oh, that one. There we go. Again, be really careful getting your darts down so they stay really nice. And then after you get the dart, you can pretty much just like roll it out. Ta-da! You might have a couple lumps and bumps where the darts are, but look at that! It's a perfectly curved waistband. If you wanted, when you cut it out, you could go over it with a French curve to make it really exact, but otherwise, I mean, that is perfect to me. How cool is that? So now this is my front waistband. Really, this looks nice and even. If it's not even, what I would do is cut this out, fold it in half, and then just kind of move my curves a little bit with a French ruler just to make everything at the correct spot and perfectly even on both sides, so one side's not higher or lower than the other, anything like that. And then you can do whatever you want with this. You can cut it out and have this as your waistband. You can add a seam allowance around it. It's already on paper, so you can take your ruler and mark seam allowance the whole way around and cut it out. And then because the tape is so nice, it's kind of like having a laminated pattern that's gonna stay nice forever. Otherwise, you can obviously trace it onto other things if you have something specific you like to use for pattern paper. But otherwise, it's so easy. It works the same way for the back. So let's do a back real quick. The curve on the back is a little easier to see because obviously your back is more sloped. So it's gonna curve a lot more, and it's also a little trickier, so you might wanna use somebody's help, but you can do it on your own. So let's do the back now. Piece of tape, basically that's wider than you are. I love this because it'll work for literally anyone, any body shape, it doesn't matter. But also it's so easy. Instead of spending an hour or two trying to like cut paper and mess with it, you just tape yourself and you have a waistband. Oh, I love this. Okay, so on the back. Sorry, I'm trying to look in the mirror again. So again, start at a 90-degree angle to your body. Tape it on there. Again, the front part's gonna curve down. Your body curves, it's gonna curve down. And then keeping this at 90 degrees, or if you want your waistband to be higher in the back, to me, I think that's comfortable to have your waistband a little higher in the back, because obviously as you sit and move, it's nice to have that. So wherever you're comfortable with your waist being, and then come back around to the other side and finish that off. Let me cut off this extra duct tape. Okay, so now that is around me. Here, I've got a little hair tie on the floor. I'm just gonna get that out of my way. There we go. Okay, so now same thing as the front. So the top or the bottom part of it is nice and snug to my body, but you can definitely tell, look, the top here, look at that gap. I mean, I can fit like a few fingers in there. So it's obviously trickier in the back because you can't really see what you're doing. I would recommend doing this in a mirror. Flatten the center down to your body, and then with 2 fingers, slowly gather these. And really, you can do more than one little gathery point if you want. Maybe put a couple in, do another over here. Doesn't matter, they're not actually darts. Nobody's going to see these. You're going to cut out a curve when you actually make the waistband. Waistbands are curved. If you're very new to sewing, waistbands are curved. They're supposed to be curved. Okay, keep my center nice and flat. Round off this other side, smooth it out nice. Da, da, da. Really pinch that to make sure it's sticking to yourself. If it's sticking to your pants, you can pull the top off the pants and pinch it to get the duct tape to stick a little better. I'm going to put a second one on this side as well. There we go. All right, make sure this feels nice and tight to you. Give everything a couple extra pinches, make sure it's sticking really well. Okay, and then, once again, at your center, straight down, make a cut. And usually I would, again, use something with a center seam, or take a little piece of tape and put a tape up here, like at the top of your pants, a pin, and not a pin, you're gonna hurt yourself. Or maybe you won't, but don't hurt yourself. Something to mark where that center seam is. You just need to make sure that you cut straight up and down. And that doesn't mean perpendicular to the tape, that means straight up and down on your body, because there should be a slight angle to that. Again, center of my body, straight down. There we go. Once again, we're going to very carefully peel this off. So starting at one side, make sure you hold those while you peel it off. Very careful. Careful not to get the tape stuck to itself too, because then you're going to have to do it all over. Because again, it will stick to itself. That's why this works. Make sure that you hold on to your darts when you peel them off. I'll try to turn so you can see this. Okay. And again, I like to start at the center and just get that nice and flat on there. And then start smoothing out the sides. Again, there might be some little crinkles and bubbles. That's okay. Just where the darts are, there might be some woofs. That is perfectly fine. Oh, I love this. Oh no, I'm stuck to myself a little. There we go, not bad. Okay. And then go ahead and do the other side. Yay! This side's pretty even too. I can tell though this side's curving slightly more than this. So what I would do is cut this out, fold it in half, and kind of average out both of the curves to make sure it's really nice and even. But otherwise, even like this, I am super happy with that. Look how perfect these are. So now I have a front and a back. I really hope you enjoyed this. Here, let me give you a better shot of this. And there they are, my waistbands. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was really helpful. I know it's helped me a lot. If you enjoyed this video, please like, please subscribe, share with your friends, share to your sewing groups. I'm sure there's other people that this is going to help too, hopefully. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.